Hello everyone, this is Gigazaurus and welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved. Today we are doing some Primitive Plus because I was looking for a lot of information about Primitive Plus and apparently you don't find anything on the internet, or nearly nothing. So I thought, why not test all the melee weapons just for you and see how they do, see how they compare between themselves, first of all. But also between them and the other melee weapons that we get in the normal game. So we're going to try that, just mainly because of the lack of information on the internet. I've looked a lot, and I found someone who did this kind of video, not completely, but on training dummies. The problem with training dummies is that it's not always 100% accurate. So today we're going to try it on Phiomias, because it represents just a normal wild animal, so that's a little bit better to compare the damages. So let's go through with it. At the end I'll give you a little screen where you can see all the damages compared to each other, so you don't have to pause the video and write everything down. Alright, so first of all we start with the normal spear that only does 24 damage. If we get to the Pitchfork, it does 32 damage, which is a little bit better. And if we look at the cost, that's the good thing about the Pitchfork, is it unlocks at level 5 and it only costs 15 wood. So if we get to the Obsidian Sphere, we get to 44 damage, and the normal pike does 40 damage. Alright, so that's the Obsidian Sphere and the normal pike are, well, nearly as good, but the Obsidian Sphere can be thrown, and now we're going to throw everything, of course. I just want to show you the Obsidian Sphere. Here we have the Obsidian Sphere. It only costs 2 obsidian and 8 wood, so that's the good part about it. If we throw them now, because it's a little different, we get to 62 damage with a normal spear and 50 damage with a Pitchfork. So the Pitchfork is a little bit worse, but remember that it only costs 15 wood. And then with the Obsidian Spear we get 50 damage as well. So that's not very good. And I tried it on different things, it always gives me 50 damage, so that's the bad part about it, let's say. Then I would just to clarify things, I'm not doing the Machete. Okay, so if we wield it, it does look like a weapon, but actually it does nearly 0 damage. Here 12 damage, so it's a really bad weapon. But it's not a weapon, it's just a tool actually. So basically the hunting knife, the obsidian pickaxe, of course, obviously, and the metal machete are just tools. The metal machete helps you gather feathers or fat from Phiomias, for example. The obsidian pickaxe gets you limestone from normal nodes, or coal from obsidian nodes, and clay from normal stones. And then we get the hunting knife, which gives you more height than just a normal axe. So just had to clarify, these guys are not weapons. And then when we get to the real stuff, we get the sword. We all know the sword. We all like the sword. And it does 72 damage. Remember, I'm 100% melee damage, and the sword is also 100%, so this is all vanilla. If we get to this guy, this is a special one. He's unlocked at level 50, I think, and it's a battle axe. Here we see it. It costs 35 steel ingots, so it's still decent. 10 leather, 5 wood. And we unlock it at level 50, and here you can already see the Viking Axe, which is actually cheaper than the battle axe. So if we try the battle axe now, alright, this should be the best weapon normally. we get 124. You can see it here. 124. So that is amazing. It's nearly twice as good as the normal sword. And if we go to the Viking Axe, we get only 100. Okay, I'm just going to kill it and spawn a new one in. As you can see, it goes quite fast. Alright, let's spawn a new one in for the last one. Alright, here we have it. So, yeah, it does 24 less damage. Apparently the area of effect would be a little bit better than the battle axe, but I'm not sure, and you can't really see it. If I attack here, it doesn't hit. It doesn't hit either. Alright, so the area of effect of this one is not that big apparently. Alright. If we compare this, I just do the tech sword just to compare it. So the battle axe is really strong, unlocked at level 50. And now we get this guy. The tech sword, you have to do the bosses to unlock it, and so on. But how does it compare? So how does the battle axe compare to the best sword in the game that costs a lot to make, a lot to maintain, and so on? Let's see. So the tech sword does 200 damage, while the battle axe, well, does 124, and it costs way less. So we can say that, well, the battle axe is obviously the better, well, let's say the best weapon in Primitive Plus by far, and also maybe the most interesting melee weapon in the game if you're playing with Primitive Plus and normal engrams as well. And that is basically everything I wanted you to see. I do wonder what you think of Primitive Plus, of the weapons, of the melee weapons, more specifically. I'll show you the table with damages now. If you want to just have a look at it, just stop the video. I'm not going to take too long here. And yeah, let me know what you think of Primitive Plus and which next videos you would like to see on Primitive Plus. Again, because of the lack of information, maybe there are things that you don't understand. The next video will be the ranged weapons, and it's going to take a little bit longer because we have to try all the ammos out, and that's going to take a little bit longer, but I won't make it too long. If the video was useful, don't forget to like it and maybe subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you later.